everybody, it's Brandon King. How do you guys like my trailer? I'm still working on it. I haven't put a background in yet. Still work in progress. As you can see, some of the animation is still stiff. But today I want to talk about something that I wanted to talk about yesterday, but I couldn't. I wanted to talk about the fact that only the stats. I know a lot of people have questioned me over the years about how my stats work. I've been working on these stats since 2013. I decided we're at the point where I can stop with the stats so we can have a fair fight. As most of you people know, the Goku vs Superman combat has been a thing. DeathBattle had issues doing it. I know that other YouTubers such as, I cannot remember the random fight thing. Oh yeah, Animation Rewind. They also tried. All of them, they're basically working on statistics. They're not working on actual scale. So the first thing I'm going to elaborate on is the differences in speed. As you can see on the panel in front of you, please excuse any background noises, by the way. I still live with my parents and I still have annoying friends. Yeah, we know about you shall not ever. You on your phone. He's waving her hand. Okay. Back at this scene as I was talking about. At the one scene, Goku is seen dodging a 44mm snub. A 44mm snub can shoot up to 1,349 feet per second, which equals to 0.4 kilometers per second. I'm using the short and wide. I have it on the screen so you guys can see what the actual numbers are, which is, for simplistic sake, 3,600 kilometers per hour. This is the dodge. The dodge. Excuse my grammar. Lol. Let's not edit that out. I just want to show how honest this is. I had to summarize all my year's work in a little video for you guys, so be nice. The reaction and combat speed does not equal the movement speed, as you'll see in the next panel. I used this scene from the actual Dragon Ball manga. All my stats come from the manga at this point, and throughout the anime, but mostly from the start. When Goku was still training under Master Roshi, this was like at the middle part. Not far in, but Goku was seen running at a distance, how can I say it? If you zoom in, you see it's 100 meters. He ran that in... Okay, I'm just biting my tongue a lot. You can read here, you see Goku ran at the point of speed of 11.7 meters per second. This meant he ran up to 42 kilometers per hour. I'm actually surprised at how fast this acceleration is. I actually wrote down in my script so you all can see it, but just guess I can't do scripts. Alright, then after that, let's get to the strength. The original Phenon of power. The first time Goku showed any real strength was when he lifted Bulma's turbo car, which was 2,138 pounds, or for us who use kilograms, 970, which, as you already know, is 0.97 tons. Yeah, I know. That means he's already almost picking up 10 tons that everyone's going on about, blah blah blah. And this was before Goku had the ability to use ki. Please take note of that. Alright, and then I want to get to how everything scales if you want to come to power levels. We're using power levels to determine stuff, because it is actually important. If you estimate Goku in Chapter 28 is half the power level in the World Tournament, the 22nd World Tournament to be fair, we could say Goku at that time had a power level of 90. If Goku at the Chapter 1 had a power level as stated in the guides of 10, this means Goku's strength in Chapter 28 would be 9 times that of Chapter 1. That is if power levels are equally based on all the stats, which I believe is because Master Roshi did not teach Goku to just do one thing. If you actually go rewatch or reread the whole story, you'll notice Master Roshi teach Goku half and half of both. Basically, you can't have one without the other. Even Goku says this in the Ginyu Saga. I'm not gonna put that up because last time I used a scene from the old anime, I got a copyright claim. Alright, so let's get to it. So this means a power level of 90 Goku would be able to pick up 8.7 tons. This is still assuming the power levels work equally. My whole math on Goku and the Z Fighters when it comes to this is based on that fact. Because you can't have one without the other. Master Roshi, or Master Mutant Roshi, using a power level of 180, was able to destroy the moon. This was confirmed in the 23rd World Martial Arts Tournament by an actual werewolf, which in Kakarot we found out those who weren't cursed like the werewolf were people on drugs. Yeah, I should not have said that word. Yeah, basically, it is the people that were animals were on some animal fiend or something like that. I can't remember the name. Alright, after that, let's go put them a bit together. This meant Goku, as a power level of 180 as stated in the guides, in his 22nd World Martial Arts Tournament, was able to lift 17.4 tons. His full power punch would be 31,428 tons. This is because of how fast fighting speed is. Please note, not every punch is going to be the total of the punching strength. The punching strength varies depending on angles and such. But the max force this punch should be able to give out is that. Also, please note that punching strength is usually higher than your lifting strength when it comes to force, because the resistance automatically applies your punching strength away instantaneously. It's basically just the impact strike effect. The fighting speed is more about reflexes and, in general, how you fight, how fast you can fight. Please note that fighting speed's always been faster in any story, any real life situation than running speed. So Goku's fighting speed would be 7,200 kilometers per hour at this point, and his running speed would be 84 kilometers per hour. And if Goku's full power Kamiya is equal to Roshi at the time, as Roshi stated that they match perfectly, this would mean if Goku uses his full power without holding back, he would also be able to destroy the moon, which is 29.6 trillion megatons of TNT. That's a lot of damage. It works out weird, but actually makes sense when you find out how Ki works. And now, let's go to durability. Okay, so now we need an idea of how to work out the durability. The only thing in the entire Dragon Ball that actually talked about how much force could kill Goku, potentially, was the bomb from Dr. Gero, which was an estimate of 86.75 quintillion megatons of TNT. But how accurate was this? Well, to be fair, I wrote it in a whole script that's too boring to read. The thing is, Dr. Gero's calculations was based off how Goku's growth from Raditz to Vegeta went. How Goku went from his low power level to a power level of 8,000. And how his Kaioken times 3 made him go up to, well, you guessed it, 24,000. Now, how that works is, that meant Dr. Gero believed Goku's rate of growing at his highest would be 19.23 per year. This meant when Goku met Dr. Gero prepared for a Goku with a power level of 1,093 million. But he might have exceeded it, as let's lowball Goku and say Dr. Gero expected Goku to be able to use Kaioken the same way he did against Vegeta. This meant he would have expected a power level of at least 4 billion. 4.3 billion if you want to be like that, but I'm not going to read the whole number because that's a mouthful, and it'll mean I bite my tongue. This was way higher than Goku actually was when they met, but this was also due to the fact that Namek Saga made Goku a bit lazy. Yeah, the Super Saiyan is a big negative in some ways. Alright, but talking about bodies, let's just remember the durability bomb was legit 86 quintillion megatons. This is a big number. Let's talk about Ki or Chi. Ki is not magic, but it's extremely physical. Master Roshi was ironically the first to show how Ki can impact the speed or power of a fighter. Using Ki legit makes you basically steroid man. You can read my script. I put it up there because I know I'm not going to read it as it's written. I don't do scripts. Alright, let's go about how the Ki influence your durability. Because everyone's going to bring up that, but Goku got hurt by a bullet. Frieza's soldier's beam gun almost killed Goku. Blah blah blah, blah blah blah. What you guys all forget is the Ki is what makes the durability. That is why you see the auras show up. They're not there for show, even though they look freaking cool. Hell, and they're hard to draw sometimes. When it comes to it, the best example is when Goku and Trunks fought. I told you guys I was going to use the anime as well, even though it was also in the book, but it's better. It looks better in the anime. Let's just be honest. I'm kind of both ways, but I'm going to go with the anime picture. So yeah, Goku used his Ki to enhance durability on his finger so that the sword won't cut through it. Otherwise, you'll have a funny parody of Goku losing a finger and Trunks like, oh no! But yeah, the Ki can be used to amplify your body's durability. This is why usually you see them surviving big attacks, or even, as you've probably seen in the Frieza clip. Once again, I'm not showing any clips because I do not want to get copyright claim. Goku punches an attack away, strong enough to blow up a whole planet. This is before Goku was really as high as he was right now. I just realized I called Goku high, but yeah, that's not the joke for the scenario. Alright, let's get to the main factor that everyone's hyping to hear about. Let's go to Super Saiyans. First thing is first. The first time Goku was going Super Saiyan, his base form was 3 million in power. And then he went to Super Saiyan that was 150 million. But except for the guidebooks giving us the other multipliers, we were able to work it out. For instance, the Super Saiyan 2 is twice that of the Super Saiyan multiplier, which means Super Saiyan 2 was 100 times base. But then you get the Super Saiyan 3 that's stated in the guide to be 4 times Super Saiyan 2, which equals to 400 times base. This became apparent that this would be Goku through Dragon Ball Z. And we found out that that wasn't the highest form in Dragon Ball Super and GT. I said GT. That'll be on the next video when I do Xenogoku. Xenogoku will just basically be similar, but I will have a different way of saying his stuff. Because that's a more fun one. That's actually going through a lot of story that people did not realize happened. And it involves Dragon Ball Online. Alright, let's get to the big speculations. Everyone wants to know how the hell did I work out Super Saiyan G? I don't use the God word. You'll never hear me say it. That's just how I am. This part is where it gets complicated. I could say a lot of things for you guys, but the fact is, to work it out, I actually have to use the Battle of G movie, the, as I like to say, Bog movie. I had to use their terminology, that Akira Toriyama said Super Saiyan G Goku was a 5, Beerus was a 10, and Whis was a 15. And by finding that out, and thanks to Dragon Ball Super, the anime, I was able to work out the multipliers. For a long time, I made ideas and tried figuring out stuff. But after watching SeththeProgrammer, and finding about that chart that says how much it takes to destroy everything, really go watch SeththeProgrammer. He's really, really good at this. That was able to give me the knowledge I needed to work out basically how strong Super Saiyan G is. I know people are going to conflict with this. I know it. I already hear the comments in my head or the Reddit going to attack me like they did 2013. But take it like this. Goku went through two rituals when he was still a solar system level power level. I'm using Cell because we know base Goku at this point was stronger than Cell. And I thought he could beat Kid Buu now in Super Saiyan, but that's not the point. We know that Goku had to be in the solar system level. I actually did work it out, I just don't want to put it on screen right now because if I do that, I have to do that for every saga. I'm not going to put out all my math on this because otherwise the video is going to be way too long because this is already too long. Alright, so as you can see, a solar system level is already higher than most of the power levels you've seen in the books. I was actually shocked about this, that I realized that the Dragon Ball's power levels were 100% accurate right until Frieza Saga. So I had to go use that chart SeththeProgrammer used on his one video, and I had to go work out every feat imaginable that's on that chart to a power level. The reason the Dragon Ball universe power level is higher is because of how its universe plays out. It has 5 times that more mass than a normal universe. Also, please note that the universe power level technically should be changing every day because of Einstein's theory about how the universe is growing. But I'm sticking to the math I had at that time. I'm not going to rework a new power level. I'm going to use this. I'm using the size the universe was following that logic since 2013. I marked it on that. I'm staying on that. I won't increase the size of the universe because, for instance, the Dragon Ball universe doesn't even grow bigger every second. So, in theory, what I want to say now is, how did I work out Super Saiyan G? Simple. First, after doing the power levels for everyone in the ritual, seriously working out everyone in the ritual's power levels, you have to realize that Goku went through not one, but 2 rituals. This meant his base power level has already been increased twice. The second ritual just activated the transform as well as giving him a power boost. And after doing all that, working out what was his base form's power boost, I was able to find out what was the multiplier for Super Saiyan G. And in the manga, when Vegeta's Super Saiyan Blue was used twice when they were still new to Blue, it was stated that Goku and Vegeta that was equal in strength, Goku Super Saiyan G, was equal to that of Vegeta Super Saiyan Blue, which ironically gave us the multiplier. It stated Super Saiyan Blue being 10 times stronger than Super Saiyan G. So, in retrospect, that means you get 27 zeros on Super Saiyan G, and you get 28 zeros on Super Saiyan Blue. Not really hard, but was a shocker. I was expecting Blue to be much stronger, considering how it works. Ugh, I'm biting my tongue again. Alright, we're almost at the end of this video as I've made a small summary of the whole story like I just said. Hypothetically, let's say Goku after the Frieza saga kept getting just Zenkai boosts. Then we take in Goku from Revival of F. His power level was 54. And then, how can I say it in the nicest way? After that, basically, all Goku's fights, discounting that and say he gets the Zenkai boost he got from Frieza saga. All up until the start of Moro Saga. I'm saying up until the start. This means I'm including Dragon Ball Heroes. I'm including it. I know you guys are gonna hate on that. It didn't do anything so far to make it unpart of the story. In fact, it even made himself a part of the story by saying it happened after Broly's movie. I don't know the Big Bang Mission series if that's gonna be able to be adjusted into the story. But until then, no. So I'm only using from the Universal arc all the way till Moro. I'm not using the Big Bang in these series because there is nothing to work on there yet. And I don't believe it's going to have that much of an impact. I'm saying that straight because I know I have. It's not confirmed, but I know. I really know. Most of my predictions have been true so far. I know that it's not going to be before Moral Arc. If it is, it is. It's not going to impact his math. That just means Goku could be either stronger or, yeah, as long as Goku doesn't get a new form, my math is accurate. I'm not going to show how I work that Ultra Instinct yet. For the simple reason, I want to show that at the end of the whole movie. I'm only giving you guys a preview, and that's why I'm using base Goku. The power level you see at the bottom of this screen, that is the Goku in base form's current power level in Moro Saga. Not after Goku fought Moro the first time, before. I'm not working after Moro because Moro ruins the scaling a bit. The fact that he absorbs means there's no Zenkais. Zenkais only happens when you physically heal, not when you're drained. Alright, let's get to the final part. Yeah, excuse the little contour that fell. This is basically what current Goku stats would be. If any of you guys don't know what Vegetillion means, or megatons, let's imagine this. You know how much tons there is, how many zeros there are in a ton? Now imagine like, how can I say it, around 70 to 72 zeros added to that. Even though I know there's a bit more, I'm just saying basically, yeah, there's a lot of zeros. I have it on a paper, I didn't want to count all the zeros. Again, I did before I make this video, but I'm not going to count everything again. You can go Google, I'll actually put a link so you can see the names, so you can understand how many zeros there are. As you can see, Goku's punching strength in base can destroy the planet at this point. This is only because I worked out with power levels. If I did not work out with power levels, I would have something similar to DeathBattle. Still a bit stronger than DeathBattle, because DeathBattle did make accidents, and they don't regret it. They would, but they don't. I respect them. These days they're making very good videos. I highly recommend them. They've been more accurate on most of their stuff these days. Go check them out. But on this whole Goku thing, I know people are gonna rage on me. I don't really care. I've been trying to do this for a long time. This is Goku stats currently. I haven't done a stats pick in a long time because I wanted to 100% sort it out my power levels before I tried again. This is Goku stats, and you can't disagree because I used the start of Dragon Ball, all the first beats. You can try arguing with me, go for it. I like a good debate. But I'm just saying, fight-wise, Goku's stronger than people think. This is not worked out with ki-induced strength. I'll say that straight. Because ki-induced strength can vary. Usually I'd say it's 100 times stronger, but there has been occasions like Go On when he was a kid that made it even harder. So what I want to do before I end this episode is basically, I want to compare. So, let's see. DeathBattle's Goku, that was his max stats from the first Goku vs. Superman movie. No hate, I love the animation, I'm jealous, I'm actually trying to learn to do animation like that. But, if you don't use power levels, the character becomes way weaker, as you can clearly see. Their Goku can only lift 160,000 tons, not even a megaton. Where current Goku can lift up to 32.98 vegintillion megatons. These words do sound fake. Hell, they're not even a dictionary, but they are an actual thing if you go check them up to Wikipedia. I will put a link in the video, well, on the description, so you guys can see how many zeros are in those names. And yeah, also another thing. The reason people believe power levels are bullshit, swear, as people say, is actually not because of the creator. The creator did not banish power levels. The creator just said it made the fights predictable, and it also was too hard to work out at some point. And if you actually check the guidebooks, the some point was after Frieza Saga. Because after Frieza Saga, working out everything was just a pain in my butt. Also, while this end screen is showing, please like, subscribe, and donate. I'm actually trying to raise some money to help the poor, help me out, and help everyone out suffering here in where I'm currently living. I'm basically going to try to help by making food for the poor and stuff if I get enough money. I'm not going to say I'm not going to use some of the money for myself. I am also having some stripes. I've had some help. I'm happy for that. But this is basically just a project. This is a project. I know I'm probably going to get monetized for this whole vid. So I'll leave a link in the description where you can donate if you want to help me out. Help me out, help others out. And then I want lastly to give a special shout out to the people that really gave me any reason to do these things. Since 2013 was my start in the internet life, I want to say a shout out to the most special of special people. For the positive reasons, I am very, very grateful for that little shout out that you've ever given me. That was really, really awesome, UnrealEntGaming. I want to do another try at making an intro like I did on my first vid. Just where you are really great. I respect you a lot. And I'm glad I'm following you on Twitter. I will leave a link in the description to his Twitter. Send him all the likes and give him some follows. He's really awesome. I want to give a shout out to SeththeProgrammer who's been sticking through it all these years. Dude, if it wasn't for you, my math would never have made sense. I've had trouble making it sense for years, and then that one video that you did answered all the questions I had. I'm very glad that there's a YouTuber like you that actually do stuff like what you do. You're really awesome. And then I'm going to give a shout out to DeathBattle. DeathBattle, I've been raging on you a bit on this video as it looks. I have a lot of respect for you guys. You guys have been doing stuff like these death battles for years. I'm going to give my own little try. Might do little corrections on some of the stuff you guys did that people have been asking me to do. But damn, you guys have balls. I respect you guys, really. And yeah, this movie will be released, if everything goes right, September 2022. This is a big project. I plan to have this whole Dragon Ball versus Justice League movie to be at least up to 2 hours long. I will make more adjustments to how the animation looks as it goes through the years. But this is going to be my pickle jar, as they say. And please like, subscribe, share, and that's the end of the video. Bye!